Hello, welcome back to my channel. So we have some new moon messages here for you today. So if you have piles that you would want to check out, we have pile number 1, we have pile number 2, and we have pile number 3. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have this rabbit. I guess it's like the herring moon or something like that. And then we have, for pile number 2, we have this moonology message here, purple moon. And then we have, for pile number 3, we have this kind of like tapping into the moon type thing. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and get some messages for this new moon. All right. All right, pile number 1, if you chose the moon, the herring moon, I really want to say it's the herring moon, okay? Oh, I am so sorry. Let's get your messages to see what the topic of the reading is, okay? I choose to take a higher perspective and widen my views. Moon god, tour, rabbit on the moon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that here. It'll stay. I don't even know if it'll stay, girl. Cool. Okay, so I get the feeling that there's something transformative that's going on within, and you've been seeing a lot of stuff going on like outside per se, but not really within, is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's get the first row out here. If you want to skip over, you can. I didn't put a timestamp. I want to put this like full on through, like to the point where you're just watching me do everything, because I like to watch tarot readers basically just do the dang thing, is what I'm getting. Okay, so with this, so we have new moon start. A new start is coming. Look, we have the new moon, okay? And you're reading this, you're watching this or listening to this in the new moon. I also see that you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. We are coming into Virgo season. For whatever resonates, I mean, take it as you want, or if it may help, but this is, after all, a timeless pick a card, okay? Timeless reading. Also, we have the spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. So this is pretty much what's saying, like, be your boisterous self, is what I'm saying. I'm seeing pile number 1. With that being said, I do also see where you have an imaginative side coming about. What I mean by that is where you are starting a new parallel adventure that you might have thought that is happening. You know when you get like that deja vu? Okay, well, that's exactly what I am seeing here with the Fool card. Babe, I also see the 10 of potions, okay, which is the 10 of cups. This is a wish fulfillment that's happening for you. Chapters are closing. You have done the work. Spirit wants to let you know you're doing the dang thing, okay? Just like we said earlier. With the Hermit here, we have Virgo. Another confirmation here with the Virgo, the moon in Virgo, okay? You could be a Virgo. You could have sun, moon, rising in your natal chart for Virgo, is what I'm getting. But I also do see here pile number 1 where we have the 9 of lightning, which is, I think the lightning, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm new to this tarot deck. This is actually the like Hocus Pocus tarot deck, which I've always wanted to use, but I just never got to it. And you know, like, lo and behold, it's here now, right? It's the lightning. I want to say, let's see, because I don't want to give you the wrong information, babe, and then it's going to be like, oh, what's going on here? Okay. So, the Knight of Lightning. So we got the fire here, and then pumpkins is fire, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. So for the Knight of Lightning, we have, I know you don't want to read this. But we have lightning crashes overhead and you have no shelter to protect you. The burdens you currently face lie heavy on your heart, leading to anxiety and depression. Know that your pain is real and your feelings are valid. Be kind to yourself in this troubling time. It still doesn't tell me TBH because I'm looking for something and it just won't say it. You have a lot of lightning here, is what I'm getting. And what's the lightning? I still don't know what the lightning is. Oh my gosh. Babe, I don't know what the lightning is. Potions is cups. Fire is the pumpkins. I'm guessing the lightning is air sign. So we have the 7. See, I don't want to give you the wrong information. Okay, so I came back. All right, so this is the swords, okay? Oh my goodness. The 10 of Swords or 9 of Swords here is basically where you're taking a step back and seeing what is crossing your mind, because you are basically, I wouldn't be like, this is leading up to like a tower moment is what I'm getting here. And also because the new moon is starting, there might be some baggage that you have to let go behind in order for you to actually venture out into the new journey that you may have. And this is why we have the wings in reversed, okay? So you never needed those wings to fly. So it could mean that you might want to be taking something under consideration, and you may want to be able to let go of that, okay? Let go of whatever is kind of holding you back, because baby, I'm letting you know right now that this new like adventure, like I don't even know if it's like a physical adventure, emotional, you may be getting spiritual downloads is what I'm getting. I don't know, I'm just reading my little tarot cards here, okay? That's going to be a pivotal moment for you. And this is what I see that here is giving me like 3 of cups almost, and it could be with like family. I'm not getting anything romantic per se. If you want to choose another pile, you can. But this is kind of like when you're working on yourself, okay? With the King of Lightning or the King of Swords, this is where you're holding back a lot of stuff, and you're holding back a lot of words, like words of wisdom or just a pinnacle moment that you've had in your life, and you gotta let that out. Because if you tell your story to somebody, you're gonna help many people. I get the feeling here that some of you are tarot readers, and that you're getting, like I said earlier, those spiritual downloads, honey, they just don't come up and about. Like, usually we get them like when we're asleep, meditating, relax, and our subconscious mind is at work, at play. However, in this case, you've been going through quantum leaps, you've been going through shifts in your life, and that is preparing you, honey. Like, it's that's preparing you for something big, okay? And then Knight of Lightning. Okay, so we have a lot of lightning. So you could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So this is what I'm getting so far. Let's get some more out here. So we have, my gosh. Let's get some messages from the universe. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. This is what I'm saying. Oh my God, these are all upside down. And then we have, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with eyes of love. So you, like I said, you could be holding on to some type of grudge that you may not know of, you know, and a lot of the times it's kind of like you want to move with love. You want to move with your heart chakra is what I'm getting. A lot of the times we have the tendency of moving logically, making moves logically with our mind, but it's our heart, babe. It's our heart that always justifies no matter what. When we're in survival mode, we have the tendency of using logic a lot of the time. Just FYI. Okay, so we have, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. You want to be open. You want to let yourself expand. Okay, whether that's like by journaling, whether that's by meditating, whether it may be by some form of divination that you use to connect with your ancestors, your spirit guides. They want you to utilize them more. They want to be more close to you because it's kind of like you're on the run. Yeah, but you're going to be burning out, babe, and they don't want you to do that. Okay, please don't do that. All right, so we have, these are my favorite. This is the Witch's Wisdom. Okay, so we have a few cards here. So by summer, like I said, summer, it's a timeless pick a card reading. It's a timeless reading, okay? But we are in the middle of summer here in the United States. So Watchtower of the South, okay? So this impact could have happened during the summer, or you're in the middle of actually having this major transition happening in your life. The next one, look at this, winter. What is going on? If these are just confirmations for something coming about into your life, something big that you may have had kind of like the tendency of, okay, well, I know that this is happening for me. I know that this is for me. I just know, and I have a feeling. Okay, so hex banishment, babe, you're clearing out any negative energy that's, you know, been behind, that's left you basically to kind of be in survival mode. I'm also getting here that if you think that something may have been, you know, dreaded upon you, you're actually healing that with love, or spirit wants you to do that with love. We have the High Priestess or High Priest, responsibility in reverse. This is telling me when you are having these two together like that, it's representing to the point where you're actually not acknowledging the work that you've put in, and you're not giving yourself the credit that you deserve. And this is why you feel like you're not doing a lot in life. Like you feel very stagnant because you're used to just having things being done so quickly, babe, that you don't take the time to smell the roses is what I'm getting. And then we have, see here, I don't know how to pronounce this, okay? Prosperity Lugashta is what I'm getting. Sorry if I butcher it, okay? I'm not really good at, like, I'll probably, like, I'm probably gonna go back. I see a lot of yellow here. A lot of yellow. So it could be like I'm also getting where you're into the notion of you're devoting your time more into clearing out your sacral chakra, okay? No, solar plexus, there you go. Sacral chakra is like the orange one. So it could mean where that's where we have all of our this is where it's your personal power, your confidence, and your justification for yourself. So it's kind of like, again, this is a lot of work that you've been doing. And yeah, you might have been helping other people, but like I said earlier, it's a story that you want to share. It's something big, it's impactful. You're probably going through the series of events right now, but it's something that you are called to share, essentially. Last card here, we have remembrance, ancestors. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is cute. Oh, geez. So that last card, basically, it's kind of like you're setting a pivotal tone, a tone for the rest of your journey, for this new chapter. And by you doing that, you're essentially gravitating towards opening up more hearts. And you may not see it, but a lot of people do want to hear what you have to say because you have gone through a lot. And it may be that you keep to yourself at times, but Spirit wants to let you know, don't do that anymore. Okay, so if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope these new moon messages helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Little Korean hearts. My goodness. I really can't grab these. Okay, hello pile number 2. So, oh my gosh, we have this what is it called, this moon magic card. So let's go ahead and flip it over to see what the tone is for your reading. I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. Waxing gimbus 6. Okay. Hi pile number 2, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So let's go ahead and see what the tone is for your reading. I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. Waxing gimbus 6. Okay, we're gonna leave that here. Okay, so let's see, that's the tone. So you're open to generosity is what I'm getting. You're open to your manifestations coming in. I also do see here, babe, where you're at a very, oh, you're very grounded. This could be something in your finances, or you've been working towards your finances here is what I'm getting. I also do see here where you're at the point of, you know what? I've had enough. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. You could have been closing out a cycle, or you are in the middle of closing out a cycle is what I'm getting. So we have a personal issue reaches a resolution. I didn't even see that card, honestly, and I just had to give you those messages. So full moon in Cancer. We just finished Cancer is like I mean, maybe like 2 months ago. So this might have been like, it could have been happening for you where you are going through these like trials and tribulations. My bad. I'm gonna get some water. The energy is gaining momentum. So you saw your opportunity and you took it. With that being said, we have Clover. 21 could mean of great significance to you. And then we have 7. I keep seeing that 7, which is a life path number 7, or that could be what you're leaning towards, right? A lot of like people out there, we don't know what our life path is. So it's kind of a lot of the times when we're, you know, going towards like a career goal, or we're dead set on something where we want to like be, where we want it to be our niche, it's not for us. So it's very important to see where you're at on your natal chart. And I do have links down below if you want to go ahead and check those out if you're curious. It's free. 1 second. Whew. Okay, release your guilt. So you could have been having some sort of turmoil with somebody or your past self. It's kind of like from childhood to your present is what I'm getting. Some of you could have red hair, like long, luscious red hair, or you did have red hair at one point and you like somehow like chopped it off is what I'm getting. That may not be for everybody. Or you just like people with red hair, because remember the Cancer is red, right? The little crab is red is what I'm getting, and then like these pumpkins are like orangey coppery kind of, and then these girls hair are copper, so that's why take whatever resonates. So sword, make the change. This is kind of like the Ace of Swords is what I'm getting here. So the clover honestly is giving me where you're having to extend an olive branch out. It didn't work out because look at where these girls are. They're like in like a pile of like clovers, I guess, the lucky clovers, and fire is in the background. This is giving you know that dog, the dog that's in like a meme. I saw this like when I was a kid, I remember, and the dog is saying like, oh, this is okay, like this is fine, everything is fine. It's kind of like that, but it's like either you're telling yourself or you had some sort of like misunderstanding, misinterpretation of words with somebody that's really close to you. Essentially, like I said, it could be with you from your past self. It's kind of like, man, I wish I didn't do that, or I wish I didn't like have that, I didn't have that like notion of what to do. It's just not coming out right. Like the words are there and you kind of probably have like a hard time talking to whomever, or bringing up a series of events that happened to you. But the thing is, the energy is gaining momentum, so the more you actually talk about it, or you know, you're gonna find a resolution. Because the personal issue here is you already know what it is, and the full moon messages here are telling me that you're on the right path. Okay, so the other pile, I was getting the same thing. You might want to check it out, whichever pile, your other pile you were drawn to. But I do see here pile number 2 where you've just had enough. This is the 10 of Swords, 10 of Lightnings, okay? And then here we have the 6 of Pumpkins, which is the 6 of Pentacles. So Spirit is giving you some type of generosity, or is giving you some type of hand. You just got to be open to it is what I'm getting. Like you want to be more open to your ancestors and your spirit guides. It could have been that you were really open before, but because you're so fixated on what's going on at the moment, it's kind of like you're shutting down on all other aspects of your life. And you can't be doing that, babe, because you got to have these pivotal moments is what I'm getting. You gotta multitask. I know multitasking doesn't exist, but somehow we gotta make it work, okay? So we have the 3 of Pumpkins, which is the 3 of Pentacles, right? So a lot of the times you're kind of thinking, okay, well, is this going to be more towards like my career path, or what am I going to do? Is this going to be a good investment or a bad investment? So it could be whether you want to be, you know, like a pentacle investment, a financial investment, an emotional investment, or do you really want to put thought into the task at hand that you are facing, okay, and the personal issue that you may have that's over here. I also do see here with the Emperor. Honestly, the Emperor, I never liked the Emperor. Deadass. I never liked the Emperor for some reason, because he's giving me like Rico Suave, and he's giving me more of kind of like, you know, I'm putting up a front and I'm not really, you know, gonna be who I'm supposed to be. So it could be like you're putting on a mask and you're kind of like lying to yourself is what I'm getting. Oh my goodness. So let's see, I kind of want to read what they actually say here about the Emperor. I'm pretty curious. So Dave takes command of situations when he believes it's called for. Despite Max's many protests, Dave moves his family to Salem for a better career and life. Follow in his footsteps as you take the mantle of leadership. Let your convictions be firm and decisions just, even if others disagree. The strength of your resolve shall become the strength of your authority. Basically, it's having authority. Basically, again, it's just You know what? I hear you out. I see where you're coming from. I hear you, but I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do. So this is the tarot deck from Hocus Pocus, okay? And if you're familiar with the movie, Dave is the dad, right? Dave is like Dracula or like this vampire man person, and Max is the son, the guy who lights the witch candle or something, the black flame candle. There you go. That's what it is. And so what I'm getting here is that you are putting this Rico Suave move on avoiding the issue and closing it out. So it's not like you're, putting the moves on a person. You're putting the moves on yourself is what I'm getting. I cannot with you. If you made it this far, oh my god, I can't. Okay, so then we have 10, right? We have judgment. Judgment, you're going within. You got to see. This is what I'm telling you. This is probably like when you're past, you probably had like some sort of past that you're like, I'm not really fond of myself. Like, I can't. Because this person, for some reason, like, she looks younger than this one. Okay? I could be wrong. Whatever. This is how I'm interpreting it. Okay? I read the cards, how I read them, and how Spirit wants me to do it. Also, we have the Two of Pumpkins here. I don't know why I just shortened the like description for this for you. I'm not entirely sure, but okay, we're gonna go with it. I also do see here with the Two of Pumpkins, you kind of like wishy-washy, which is the Two of Pentacles. You could be an earth sign, okay, or a fire sign. Earth signs, we're getting Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I also do see here a lot of fire, like red. You're very passionate. Aries, Leo, Sag. With the Two of Pumpkins, you're kind of like, well, do I go this way or do I go that way? Which way do I venture out? The thing is, like, the more you start working through the issue, that you're going to start picking up momentum, and this is when you reach a resolution. So the answers that you need are already inside you. You could be dissecting a lot of past points in your life, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Okay, so let's get some messages from the universe, okay? So with this one, I have my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in this universe. Next one, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing. What am I saying? This is confirmation. Oh, I'm so happy I'm psychic. I am so happy. This is... oh, I just love it. Okay, into healing. Conflict into growth and fear into love. You are turning the tables. You're making something, that was, unjust for you, that maybe you see it now, and it's totally different now that, you are more wise, shall I say. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I'm lost. Okay. Just keep in mind, a lot of the times I do shuffle, from my other videos, like live, but this time I was just called to grab cards, and like whatever my intuition said to grab a card. I didn't even see these. This is a blind, like reading is what I'm getting, but these are all like syncing with one another. Dude, I am so freaking grateful for being psychic. I love it. Okay, so we have you're accepting yourself more and more is what I'm getting. Okay, and the more you do that, okay, it's probably like loving yourself more is that's what it is. Giving yourself credit, loving yourself more, not being so hard on yourself. Okay, that makes sense. Light bulb. So magic oracle, protection. We have Atheum, boundaries. So it's kind of like you didn't have boundaries before, and it's kind of like you were looking back. Ooh, candle magic. So you might be doing some candle magic, or the universe wants you to do some type of candle magic. Maybe light some candles where, you have that passionate, like courage, basically. in order for you to speak up for yourself like you couldn't do before, is what I'm getting. Your voice is more powerful than you think. And then this is in reverse, but it's like in spring. Okay, so you could have wanted something to come into fruition in spring, is what I'm getting. But in all actuality, you know, I know nobody likes to hear this, but it's always in divine timing, babe. Okay. And then we have Lady Goddess, which is feminine in reverse. So this is giving me that you're more working into your masculine energy and not your feminine energy. So in order for you to be in your feminine, you are more receptive, is what I'm getting. Being more receptive encourages your like authentic self to thrive more. Okay. So I hope these messages helped. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope these messages helped you again, okay? Bye. Love you. Oh my goodness. This was a good one. I like this. I kind of resonate with this one. You know, forgiving yourself. Okay. Moving on. All right, hi pile number 3. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So we are doing some messages in this new moon. Okay, is it new moon or full moon? Let me see. It's a new moon. Okay, I don't know why I'm starting to get sleepy, but I have to pull through this, and it could be like, oh my goodness, where spirit wants you to take a step back and start seeing where your ducks are going to be aligned. Okay, so let's see what the whole like atmosphere is, okay, for your reading. I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. Waxing Gimbus 1. Okay, I'm gonna leave this here. All right, so that sets the tone for your reading. So nothing will come of this situation. Void course, moon, what is that? I don't even know what that is. And then prosperity lies ahead. We got new moon in Taurus. Didn't we just pass a new moon in Taurus, if I'm not mistaken? I could be wrong, girl. I could be wrong. Okay, so we have, oh, you got an extra card. I love this for you, pile number 3. I really do. I know usually I do like hype readings, but I love these readings. Like, it's like a really soft like reading that I like, instead of like being loud and boisterous like how I usually am, because right now I feel very calm. I feel like, you know, like this lady woman right here. I feel like, you know, let's just see how it goes. Let's just go with the flow, you know? So prosperity lies ahead. So it could be with finances, but I don't see any pentacles here, which is kind of, you know, crazy. But we're gonna see. We're gonna dive in a little bit more. Pile number 3. So messages. Let's see what we got. With this, I am seeing where you are at the point of regenerating yourself. You might be, you know, moving your stuff around. You could be decluttering. You could be getting ready for a new season. Keep in mind, this is a timeless reading, okay? And what I'm also getting here, my lovely pal number 3, is that you're tired. You're sick and tired of somebody's SHIT. It could be your own. but it's kind of like, you know, it's time to change. Okay, I do see here with the new moon, you're starting to see something that's being uncovered, whether you found something out that's at the workplace, within your family, or something within yourself that you could have been like, aha, like it's having these aha moments, or somebody was keeping secrets from you and you're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and like just be on my own. I'm just gonna do the thing that I'm supposed to be doing and just letting it go. That's why it's kind of like nothing will come of this situation, because if you put energy in a situation that's uncalled for you, guess what, whatever karma's happening, or you know, around those people or that person, you're gonna be pulled into that, and you don't want that. It could be like you've done that before, you were pulled into somebody else's karmic cycle. We don't want that, honey. No, we don't. This is when the Tower is coming about. It could be where you're just like letting it go, letting it slide. It could have been in the past, here in the near past, where you could have gone through the same cycle, is what I'm getting. And then we have here the Six of Candles, which is the Six of Pentacles. So, no, Six of Fire, Six of Wands. Yeah, candles are fire, right? Wands. What I'm getting here, pile number 3, honestly, NGL, is where you're trying to avoid a cycle, but it's happening. It could have been where you got yourself into the same kind of like rut, but you know, this is why you're stepping back now, and it's kind of like universe is telling you, okay, you're acknowledging what's going on. You're dissecting the situation, because again, with your card, I assess matters carefully and discern wisely. Man, I love that I'm psychic, bro. Honestly, I picked these cards blindly. This is a blind reading. I was called to pick the cards out of all like my decks that are out here laying out, and without looking at them, they were flipped the other way. So for this to happen and merge together and sync into alignment for you as you're looking at this, I fucking love this. I love this. Oh, excuse me. So with the Three of Lightning, this is the Three of Swords. It could have been heartbreak. It could have been where you broke your own heart, or something really detrimental happened, is what I'm getting. But I like I said, I don't see finances, so it could be something that were emotionally invested into. I see. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Candles, which is the Ace of Wands. Okay, you could have had some kind of turmoil and misunderstanding with somebody, and the thing is, it kind of like left you distraught, because you're like, well, I was thinking something was happening, but then this series of unfortunate events happened instead. So now what am I left? What am I supposed to do? And it's kind of like it has you like thinking like this. Okay, I'm so sorry, pile number 3, if you like went through something really bad. Like that was just like not the best, you know, especially like when it's kind of like affecting, you know, your heart, right? Your emotions. And she looks kind of like, either she looks, how can I say it? She looks either like assessing and, you know, just focus and fixated on this cup. It's kind of like it's giving Ace of Cups, low key, right? So, and that could have been you, but you know what, you have this kind of like aha moment where you're just like, oh, you know what, like I am always enough. I'm gonna so you are your own lighthouse. This is also giving me low key, to the point where it's like, don't doubt your own worth, because it also gives me Virgo, because you see the lantern here and it's like, I am enough, and then lighthouse, like I'm lighting my own way. Okay, you're finding your own solution to the situation, and it's telling you you're hanging back, or to hang back, to just be like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna involve myself in this. Let it go, let go, let God. Ace of Lightnings, this is Ace of Ace of Swords. Somebody's coming back. Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody wants to reach out. Somebody wants some type of communication with you. So yeah, be wary of that. You might be getting some communication maybe from a fallout that you had with this person that you could have had an emotional investment into, okay? But yeah, you're getting that type of energy where you're just so focused on yourself and fixated on yourself instead of investing in emotionally into other aspects of life, where those aspects of life actually start being attracted to you. I don't know, universe is crazy. It's easy once you get the hang of it, you know how universe works. And then here we have the Nine of Candles, which is the Nine of Wands. This is not your first rodeo, okay? And you know, you're being acknowledged to the point where you're very sturdy. You were very sturdy, like a table. What? Why? I don't know why Spirit. I don't know why Spirit tells me to tell you these things. But let's go ahead and get some messages from the universe, okay? So, this is a cute pink. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. And then I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Yes, babe. Yes. You're finding yourself. You're becoming more one with yourself is what I'm getting. I also do see here pile number 3 where you're just so dang tired. And this is why it's not like you're giving up per se, but you're investing all of that energy that you've invested in others. You're giving it to yourself now. I love this for you. Okay, so we have Cauldron, containment, Chalice, fulfillment. What did I tell you? What did we say? Didn't we? Oh, I love being psychic, dude. This cup is the Ace of Cups, okay? That's where emotional is coming in. I'm telling you, feelings are involved, okay? Feelings are involved here. Spell, manifestation. You could be manifesting because you're in hermit mode. You could be focusing more on your manifestations is what I'm getting. Altar, dedication, okay? You might want to cleanse your altar or wherever you have your divination tools. You may want to cleanse those. Maybe in the next full moon, new moon. Right now we're going through the phase of the waxing gibbous, but I do believe the next full moon is coming up, if I'm not mistaken. It's right around the corner, okay? This is a timeless reading. Fertility, see, you're birthing something new because why? You're by yourself. You're with your thoughts. You're actually, giving yourself that maintenance that you've needed, that you've required, that you've been investing into others. Oh, I love this. I love this. And, Spirit just wants to say, keep doing it, keep going. And the thing is, like, where you're at the point, again, don't forget to cleanse. Please cleanse your altars, cleanse your divination tools, no matter what. Whenever they're in use, even if it's for yourself or whatever it may be, wherever it may be, you always want to clear out any negative energy or any lingering energy, okay? And keep your space clean is what I'm getting. All right, so pile number 3, if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed these messages and I hope they helped. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.